welcome to the Big Bear Homestead. Today we're going to learn how to make a rollerball recipe for arthritis. Okay, so for our very first video on a how-to with essential oils, we're going to talk about arthritis. Arthritis is a really big thing here at our house. I have it in my hands, my elbows, feels like it's starting to get into my ankles. Jason has part of his back issues is arthritis in his discs. So this is a very important one for us. And I know a lot of people that I hear in our classes are also suffering from arthritis as well, whether it's rheumatoid or just regular arthritis. So I figured this would be a really good one for us to start with. The thing with a rollerball recipe, when you're dealing with joint pain, it's one thing to just take a couple oils, put it on the joint, and then massage it in. But if you have a rollerball recipe that you can put together, this is great because one, you only have to open up one jar or one bottle. You know, it's just a twist cap instead of having to do 3 or 4. That can be really painful if you're dealing with arthritis in your hands. 2, with a rollerball recipe, you normally put a carrier oil in there, and what that does is it helps distribute the other oils evenly throughout the joints. So in that way you're able to also, instead of worrying about where the drops fall, you can actually tell the drops where to go with the rollerball. So let's get started. This recipe has 5 oils in it, 10 drops each. I chose frankincense and cassia, lemongrass, eucalyptus, and wintergreen. Now, the reason why I chose these, all 5 of these are very good for inflammation. They're very good for pain in general. They also have some regenerative properties to them. So this is just an overall good balance of oils to put into an arthritis recipe. So basically what you're going to do is each oil, you're going to put 10 drops each of each oil. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can just manually drop it down into the bottle. 1, 2, 10. Or another thing you can do is open up the bottle, take the orifice reducer, let's get this out of the way. You're going to take the orifice reducer off, and then a lot of your rollerball containers will come with a dropper. So what you can do is actually grab some out of the bottle and then drop it into your rollerball. So you can go 1, 2. Now, with my more expensive oils, especially frankincense, helichrysum, things like that, I will tend to use this dropper instead, just so that I can control where the oil's going. I don't want it spilling all over the place. And then just put your reducer back on. So that's the frankincense. Now, the thing is with your, when you get your roller balls, it'll come with more than 1 dropper, and that's so you don't cross-contaminate your oils. Another thing I really like is sometimes they have a funnel. There's a small funnel that you can purchase that you can actually put down into the bottle, and that can help as well so you can avoid your mess. Let's get back. This is cassia, and that one's 10. Now, if you remember recently, this oil doesn't really want to come out very well, so I'm actually going to use a dropper on that one because we don't want to spill it. Another thing too is some of these oils are warm oils, so you want to be careful not to get them all over your hands either. Okay. Now see, once it got out of the bottle, it actually moved pretty quickly, but that oil's a little bit thicker than some of the other ones, so it doesn't want to go through the reducer as quickly. That's the cassia. Lemongrass, this is also a really good one. If you just need a real quick like muscle, if your muscles are hurting, this is another good one for that. Let's see, lemongrass usually comes out pretty good. 1. Okay, there's 10. And last but not least, eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is really good for relaxation and joints. Obviously, a lot of people will put eucalyptus into a bath. Let's see here. Come on. 1. Let's use a dropper on that one. That one doesn't want to come out very well either. Okay, so once you have all of your oils in the rollerball, what you will do is you're going to fill up the rest of the bottle with your carrier oil. So for this one, I'm going to use jojoba oil. And you can get any kind of carrier oil, whether it's fractionated coconut oil, whatever. And this one's actually pretty thick, so it will move pretty quick, I think. And you just fill it up to the top. Hold on. Working with gravity. This might actually work better if we take the lid off. We can take the lid off on this one. And with carrier oils, you just have to be careful because you can make a mess really quick. Let's see if that'll come better that way. See, I should have been a bartender. Steady hands. Okay. So once you have that, you're going to go ahead and take your ball. And one thing about these that I've read, when you're buying your roller balls, make sure that your roller ball is stainless steel, not plastic. Because as you start to mix your oils, some of those oils will eat away at the plastic ball over time. So you want to be really careful with that. So always get the metal balls. And then what you'll do is just, and this is the part that's kind of tricky, guys, because it's meant to stay in the bottle. They actually make a tool when you go to reuse your bottles that will actually pull on that lip and make it pop out. So be very careful when you're doing this part of pushing it down in there. It takes a lot of force to be able to get it down in there. Okay? Alright, so once you do that, go ahead and just kind of give it a little bit of a shake and put your cap on there. Now the thing I like when I'm making these is I get a little bit of the oil on my hands, so that gives me an excuse to kind of rub it all into my joints because my hands get really, really sore. So you just kind of shake it up a little bit. And then all you'll do is just, I get it real bad right in my knuckles. And you can just kind of roll it into the joints where you need it. Rub it in. Smells really good. It's got that lemongrass smell in there along with the cassia. Smells really good, and it's also really warming. So that's pretty much it. It's fairly simple. You just got to make sure you have the right tools. We're going to leave a link in the description box down at the bottom where you can find these great roller balls. They're very economical. It's not expensive at all. You do get the droppers to be able to add the oils in. One thing I will tell you, be very careful when you're opening up your orifice reducers. You kind of want to make sure that your hands are clean. You don't want to contaminate those orifice reducers if at all possible. That's why either a dropper or the funnel is really good for that. And that way you're not breaking down the oil properties over time. So thank you for coming by, guys. Thank you for helping me out with this. And I really appreciate you guys checking out all of the oils classes and everything and all the support. If you're new to our channel, go ahead and check out the playlist of the essential oils classes that we've had. We'd love for you to join us on Monday nights. And like always, have a nice day.